and it's Twilight Imperium Session 2. So, carrying straight on from last time. We're just getting loaded
Oh wait,
up.
there's a terrible cock up here. I had loads more technology and units than this.
No, you actually didn't. In fact, you're meant to have one more technology than you had. You had 0. You should have had 1.
Yes, I'm going to pick the green one. Somebody's choosing a strategy.
Yes, that'll be me.
Card, Phil. Right.
That's Jason is speaker, so he's first. And then it's clockwise around the table, so it'll be me second.
Shall I pick that or shall I pick that? Why not? I'll take this.
Okay, leadership for Jason, so I am... let's do it. Technology. Whoop whoop.
Politics for me then.
Your pick, Phil. Oh, Imperial. Your pick, Jason.
Harsh.
Yeah, stopping you from getting it. And now your pick, Stuart. Okay, the winner of initiative is it's going to be Jason, Phil, Stuart, then me. We're still going anti-clockwise.
Is anybody's hand working?
Hand?
Yeah, as in like cards that you can keep in your hand.
I've never had it not work.
You just have to draw the card that's in front of you, Jason.
Okay, it's sort of work. Right. I'm just reminding myself what I've got in my hand. Yeah, okay, I might as well do that now. So I'm going to play Frontline Deployment, which allows me to place 3 infantry for my reinforcements on a planet that I control.
Ah.
So I think I found out what happened to those lost cards. They were inside the green infantry.
I've replaced them now anyway. Well, I replaced the NAR card. Bit of shoring up the home system. Alright, well, I'm going to start straight away by researching technology. So, if you want the technology secondary, now is the time.
Ooh, now, what to get? La 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 la.
Fear my superior intellect. Don't feel it, because, well, I actually do. I quite like my hair being played with.
I'm really not sure what to gain at this point.
You taking any tech there, Phil? Oh, Phil has been typing in Discord, but
He's typed, that's correct. I have 4 points to spend in home system for building stuff for a token.
no. No. So technology secondary is you can spend 4 resources to gain a technology. Do you have to spend a command token as well? Yes, and a strategy token. So if you wanted to gain 1 tech, you could spend your strategy token and 4 resources from any of your planets. So, for example, Quinara and Trenlac, and then you could gain 1 technology. You don't have any tech at the minute, so it would have to be one without any prerequisites. Basically, the technologies available to you are anti-mass deflectors, Sarween tools, plasma scoring, and neural motivator. If you want to sort of see all the technology in one place, you can compare them. There's a chart over there. Choose which tech you want, and then sort the card out from your deck of tech cards on your player map. You do also have a planet called Lazar, which if you expired that, you could get the Graviton laser system if you so chose, because that planet has a yellow tech specialty on it. So basically, any of the 4 on the left, or if you expire Lazar, you could also get Graviton laser.
Did you decide what you were researching, Jason?
Nope. I've got quite a few different choices, and the ones that I do kind of want, I can't actually get anyway at this point, so I'm still thinking. But if you want to sort of carry on around the turn while I'm still deciding, that's fine.
Now Phil's doing his tech as well. So.
Okay.
And I'm choosing not to do a tech.
You know what? I have fucked up though. Because I'm last on initiative, it should actually be Phil's move.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my bad. I was carrying on in following it around the table, but actually initiative order's the other way, isn't it? Because, yeah, Phil's initiative too. So...
Not that it matters, we'll just skip you. And we'll take the tech. We'll take the tech now, we'll just skip you and we go round.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. So after this it'll be Phil's go.
Yeah, because that makes no, never mind.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was my cock up.
It's alright, I've also cocked up. I've managed to drop all of my cards, my negotiation card things off the deck, my agreements. Don't know where I've put them.
Oops.
I've got
Yeah, they're
that
inside
one.
your infantry here.
Oh, are they? Inside my infantry?
Yep, I've just taken it out and put them there.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
Very welcome. It's usually the first place to look is in those unit things from what I can tell. You just look for the one that has the seemingly the wrong number. Yeah, I'm tempted to actually do another save game of this, where instead of it being a ship dispenser, you just get a pile of tokens, as it were, so that you can't lose things inside. Okay, which one were you after, Phil? Was it you expired the planet, so I assume that's Graviton laser system, yeah?
Yeah.
What do I do? I think I've narrowed down to about 3.
Well, you're the Joel Nar you're going to get. You could in fact buy 2 if you expired 6 influence.
Well, no, because I can take the primary ability. So
Yeah, which is to get 1 free, but the other part of the primary ability is to expire 6 influence and get a second one.
I have not realised that at all.
Sorry, 6 resources.
Okay, well that changes things.
So yeah, so you, if I was you, I'd be buying 2, but
Well, yes. Of course.
while we're waiting,
Mm.
I have a rules question for you, Becky.
I'll do my best. Phil, why are you adding units to your home system? Or are you just getting ready to do that? Carry on.
My question was, after I activate a system, I can move into it and then produce in it, assuming
is
I already
correct.
control it.
Yes.
But it is that order, yeah?
Yes, it's hang on. The full order is, oh God's sake, where is it? So tactical action, you activate, you move stuff, space cannons happen, space combat happens, invasion happens, and then production.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also written down the on your little sort of quick reference card as well. So it's that is the sequence of play on that card. Are we done with tech yet?
Yes, I am.
Woohoo! Phil, your go. Okay, but oh, you've activated your home system. I'm with you.
After you've activated your home system, as I understand it rightly, you can't then move out.
Correct.
That is correct, yeah. So, I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed to see that. I was so hoping we'd see that huge fleet go and do something useful.
Right, so that's Phil gone.
Okay, so you need to pay for those units. You spent 4. You know what, you're going to have to expire both your planets, so you may as well spend another point, because you can produce, I think it's 5, is it, you've got there? Yeah, you can produce 5 things, and you've got 1 more point to spend, so you may as well produce either 2 fighters or 2 ground forces or a destroyer. Actually, you haven't got the fleet. Oh, hang on, Phil. You can't actually make that carrier. You don't have the fleet supply available. So you've got a fleet supply of 2, which means you can only have 2 capital ships in the system. So I think what you want to do is, rather than activate that system, you probably want to activate Mechatol Rex and have a nice war against Stuart. You know, just saying.
No, that definitely doesn't want to happen.
Yeah, but you need to rethink that turn, basically, because yeah. Oh, haha, sweet.
Oh, I'm being attacked.
You can, just so as you know, you can also move things in from this other system. So you could land ground forces. You don't have to take them from one tile to another. So if you want to add to it, you can.
Well, that's a lot of things coming up my system.
You'd need to bring the carrier in as well, though.
That's a lot of things coming at my system.
I'm liking this.
Well, I mean, you could see it coming the moment he took Imperial.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to try and get this organised to make the combat a bit easier. So first thing is, there is a PDS here.
Yep.
You sadly can't bring the destroyer because your fleet supply, but you could bring another fighter. And in fact, you can bring all of those fighters because you don't check capacity during the move. Okay, so the first thing to happen here is going to be the PDS fire. So it starts from the active player and goes around the table. So first person with the PDS in range is Stuart. Do you want to fire your PDS?
Take a guess. What do I actually do to find my PDS?
Okay, your PDS has a space cannon skill of 6, so you roll, I don't believe you've any supporting tech for that, so you roll 1 dice, and on a 6 or more, you have caused a hit. That is 1 hit. So Phil, you need to assign 1 hit. You can, however, assign that to a fighter. So if you just grab one and just take it off the game table. Right, the next player with the PDS in range is the Jolnar. Jolnar, do you wish to fire your PDS?
Ooh, interesting idea.
It's not an idea, it's an option you have.
Well, I was just thinking, what would actually happen? Like, am I able to select who I fire at?
No, only
so who the person assigns.
you can only fire at the active player, and the active player is Phil. So you could only shoot at him with your PDS at the moment.
Alright then, I will do that.
This is the point where Phil needs to try and negotiate you out of that, so we'll give him a chance to type.
Okay. I would ask for resources, but you seem like you haven't got much available with that.
Seeing as Phil doesn't have a mic, maybe if you said the price that you would accept? Just to speed things up. So Phil is saying we need to slow down the conquest of Mechatol Rex, so a temporary ceasefire. Yeah, barter with me, lol.
So he's offering you a ceasefire card in return for you not shooting at him.
That sounds like the deal on the table, yeah. He's just confirmed that.
I don't know, it does seem kind of tempting.
I think that may be a plea for something else to sweeten the deal there. Phil. Refresh resource when available.
Yeah, see, now that's more the kind of thing I'm looking for. So
Oh, but you see, I could refresh your commodities. Because I have the trade card. But Phil cannot do it.
has he not got a trade agreement?
I've got the trade card.
If you do not fire at that fleet, I will give you a political secret. So that would basically mean you could block me from voting in one agenda vote.
Which means nothing because Becky hasn't got any votes.
Yes, I have.
Not a...
You're about to lose Mechatol Rex, which means I'm about to have more votes than you. Unless the PDS fire, in which case you will have more. But if you lose this battle, and against the Sardek Nor on those odds you will, I will suddenly have the most votes at the table. So I'm actually offering quite a cool thing there.
I will refresh your commodities if you fire.
Who knew so much would hang on the balance of the Jolnar's PDS?
Okay. I'll accept Stuart's offer.
God damn it! You're basically securing the winner's position in front of the game because there's no other force capable of reducing the Winnu. And if once the Winnu build on Mechatol Rex, that is it. He's won the game.
Harsh.
It's true though.
Yeah, but he's
I
already
would
had
refresh.
for ages.
I'm sorry, babe.
He's already had Mechatol Rex for ages.
He's had it one turn and already his 3 victory points up. And with the Winnu, that's it. Their strategy revolves around holding Mechatol Rex. This opens up the game for somebody else to win. Which is why I would quite like to see the Sardak Nor victorious here. And that's why I'm offering a political secret.
I will refresh your commodities. And I will trade with you.
God damn it.
So you get 3 extra builds. To protect you against the ravening Sardak Nor horde, which are right next to your home system.
Which are going to be thinned out and busy defending Mechatol Rex, so yeah, not a threat.
Phil, when you said about replenishing commodities, do you mean when you use your trade strategy card?
Yeah, I believe he means next turn, I think was the implication.
Yeah.
If he gets trade.
Yeah, next turn. Well, yeah, exactly, if he gets trade.
You need those resources I'm offering you.
Yes, I do.
So you either get resources now, or get them later, and get a political secret and a ceasefire. How impatient for those resources are you?
Okay, I retract my original decision. I will go with the Barony of Letnev obtaining their political secret.
Woohoo! There you go.
I intend to sweeten the pot. I intend to sweeten the pot further. Let's have a look. I'll refresh your commodities. I'll trade with you 3 for 4. So you get 4 and I get 3. Okay, and I'll sweeten the pot with a ceasefire from me.
That hardly matters. You won't be in a position to attack anyone after this.
Well, no, that's the thing. You're giving me some nice goodies, but then I can pretty much do fuck all with those terms.
Okay.
So, thank you for the offer, but no thank you.
Fair enough.
Alright. Sounds like we're moving on to the next phase of the battle then. So
hold on, just so I got the conditions right. So you're giving me a political secret in order to not fire, yes?
in order to not fire.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I believe the Sardak Nor also offered a ceasefire there.
Yes.
Which is interesting because it means you get to keep your name.
So I give him the ceasefire, yeah? Oh, he gives me the ceasefire.
He gives you a ceasefire. There you go. I've just sorted it out for you.
Off from there, thank you.
Right. And a promise of commodities in future turns. So the next thing to happen is anti-fighter barrage, but there are no units in the battle with that skill. So we move on to announcing retreats. Does any player wish to retreat from this battle?
Let me just have a close look. Yes, I'll retreat.
Okay, doesn't happen straight away though. So we still get a turn of combat first. Next thing is we make combat rolls. So I'm just setting up these counters over here with the appropriate colours. Okay, so I'm going to use the counters over at this end of the... Actually, I'll bring them closer. Okay, so these counters will store how many hits you have scored when you rolled. What I suggest we do is we start with the biggest ships first and work our way down, and we'll start with the active player. So that is the Sardak Nor. The biggest ships they've got in the battle are carrier 2s. So if you roll 2 dice, Phil, the target number is a 9, but you get to add your +1. So you want 8 or more on 2 dice. It's not actually moving there, so I wonder if he's actually doing his sofa move right now.
No, I thought I heard some dice move.
Did you? I thought...
No, that was me. I moved my dice out of the centre of the board because it was Phil's go.
Ah, right. So Phil is saying, yeah, he's moving his sofa. Can you do it for me, please? So I'll do Phil's rolls for him. That is 1 hit. Alright, and then the next thing he's got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fighters. Now his fighters hit on an 8 or more, and he's got, I just counted them, didn't I? And it was 6. No, 5. Okay, so I'll roll the first 2. And then the next 3, that is an additional hit. So, Stuart, your biggest ship is a cruiser. That hits on a 7 or more.
Roll it.
Aye. That is 1 hit. Okay, and then you've got 2 carriers, which off the top of my head I believe hit on a... Oh no, oh yes, 2 carriers, which I believe hit on a 9. No additional hits, and then you've got... Looks to me like 4 fighters, which all hit on a 9. That's 1 hit.
It's each.
Okay, now Phil has a technology here which is relevant. He has graviton laser system. You may exhaust this card before 1 or more of your units use... Oh, it's space cannons hits. Ah, right, okay. That's space cannon only. I didn't realise.
So
right.
what is a space cannon? PDS?
PDS, basically. Some dreadnoughts have it too. So, you've got to assign 2 hits, as has Phil, so Phil will take his on his fighters.
Likewise.
Okay, I believe the next thing... You know what, we actually forgot to check something there, which before all of that happened we were supposed to decide if you were going to lift your ground forces up onto your ships or leave them on Mechatol.
I would have lifted them onto my ships.
Okay, so now it's your retreat, and your retreat phase, they have to go to a system that you control, an adjacent system you control, and I'm not
So guess whether they're going to my home system.
I'm not sure if that then means they have that system's exhausted or not. I'd like to double check that.
I don't believe so.
That actually matters, so I'd like to understand that point at this time.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. And just to be clear, the PDS and space dock will be destroyed.
Yeah, that's okay. I replenish that. They will reappear as soon as I take Mechatol Rex again.
To retreat, a player takes all of the ships in the combat and moves into an adjacent system. The system that a player's units must contain one or more of his units, a planet he controls, or both. Additionally, the system cannot contain ships controlled by another player. After retreating, a player must place a command token from their reinforcements in the system to which they retreated. If that system already contains one or more command tokens, he does not place an additional token. If the player has no command tokens in the reinforcements, they must use one from the command sheet instead. So you can place a spare command token on the system, and then that system has been activated.
Oh, I see. So the system is activated upon retreat, and I can't then move into it with anything else or using it or anything.
No.
Yeah. So okay, everything goes next to Jason then.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and one expired Mechatol Rex card over to Phil. And now it is Stuart's go.
Right, well I suspect that I might be about to produce. I'll activate my home system.
I'm disappointed you got to retreat there. Oh, Stuart, I believe you might have gone above fleet supply. Yeah, you got a fleet supply of 3. That means you're going to have to lose a ship.
Okay, I'll just carry. That's all right. So on my home system now, I'm good. What's my fleet production limit? Do I know?
5 units. It's basically your space docks, unless you upgrade them, add 2 to the yellow number on the planet that it's on. So that's where the space dock's on a planet as opposed to in space. And your cost is apparently you've only got 3 available.
I've just flipped those 2.
Ah, okay, fair enough. I didn't realise that. I assumed you'd done tech or something.
No. Right, and that's what I can do.
Okay, I then flipped the tech card, but obviously we already did it, so back to Jason.
I'm gonna do leadership.
Okay, I'm definitely following that one.
So I can gain a command token if I flip an influence card, yeah?
Yeah, it's 3 influence per token. I've got to decide where I'm putting mine. It's really hard.
Oh, I completely forgot about my terraforming initiative, so actually over here I shouldn't have to exhaust that from last time.
secondaries do I even want? Okay, yeah. I'm good, I've got it. The only thing is, I don't know if I can speak for Phil on that as to whether he wants to or not. Having said that, he appears not to have any unexhausted planets, so he can't.
No, that's right.
So, the thing is, now it's Phil's go, and he's still not back, and I don't know what he wants to do, so...
Well, I'm going to assume that he wants to use Imperial, but obviously...
I would imagine so. It's what I would do in that situation. I'd get that VP immediately. He also has the ability to score public objectives. There's so many of them he could do. No, he's one short of 3 tech planets. And 2 unit upgrade techs, but he hasn't got them. And
So we're waiting for Phil to come back from the sofa thing.
yeah, I mean, I imagine
that
the
right?
correct thing to do for him is to play Imperial. But I don't know how comfortable I am speaking on his behalf in regards to that, but he might not want to do that. So yeah, let's give it. I guess if we give it 5 minutes or something, and if he's not back by then maybe we'll flip Imperial for him. Does that seem fair and reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay. Short AFK then. Quick cigarette.
Yacht. Hi all. Anyone at their keyboard?
I'm still here.
Hello, Jason. Right, I'm going to restart my computer quickly. Take
Okay.
this opportunity. Okay? Back in a sec.
Well, I'm back.
Things start to crash if you leave it on too long.
I admire Phil's boldness on that move. Winning through diplomacy. Whoop.
I don't get it.
You don't get what?
I don't get how you ever win anything through diplomacy.
Well, you just lost Mechatol Rex, and I used a promissory note to help make it happen.
To be fair, that was going to happen from the moment Phil took the Imperial card.
Yeah. Phil is apparently just finishing up.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm still reloading Tabletop Simulator.
Oh, you had a crash?
No, I restarted while we were waiting for...
Ah, fair enough.
Took the opportunity, you know. Loading complete. Well, Jason,
Yes.
we're in this interesting situation now where I would say we're both going to have Sardak Nor on Mechatol Rex and next to our home systems.
Mm-hmm.
How does that feel?
Well, for the moment, okay, because it sounds to me like, well, first of all, Phil's given me a ceasefire,
Yeah.
which means he's not that bothered about attacking me per se. Obviously, it's more of a threat to you at this stage.
Well, you're the one who gives a free victory point if he attacks you.
What? Oh, yes, you've got that victory point law, haven't you? Shard of the Throne.
Mm-hmm. So I would say that, what's the value of that ceasefire?
Well, actually, if you consider that he'd have to activate the system, so losing a command counter, then do it again with another command counter, and then 3 PDS rolls with only 2 carriers. Phil isn't really in position to attack Jolnar in the home system. And, you know, then there's a Dreadnought there.
Oh, Dreadnoughts aren't that scary. I mean, they're obviously very effective at killing War Suns, as you found out.
No, I don't. recall ever losing a war son, actually, and I've had 4 of the bloody things.
You lost it hypothetically, and when I say hypothetically, I mean that was in a very real sense.
You know, that wasn't real, though, was it?
Well, what it does demonstrate is the point that I was making, which is that dreadnoughts kill war sons.
Well, they can. However, that war son was put into that precarious position in order to win the game, which it did. Just to be clear, that infantry that's in space over here, if you were to be invaded, that infantry isn't helping your planets at all, unless it's on a planet.
No, I understand that. It is in space.
Fair dues.
Oh, did Jason flip the... Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I didn't get the command token for it.
Yeah, because you didn't have Mechatol.
I know, you attacked too early.
That was brilliant.
Oh well, I'll have to take it back at some point.
What's more, I assume, because he took the Graviton laser system, I assume that he intends to put a PDS on Mechatol Rex, which means when you go back in, you're going to have to take extra capacity or something, because...
I'll take some extra fighters to take the hits, yeah.
No, not fighters. That's the point of the Graviton laser system.
Oh, right.
It's the hits get assigned to non-fighters. So once he's got that, yeah, you need some destroyers or something as well, which means you need more fleet supply. So I think he did an ace move there.
Well, it was, yeah.
Although saying that, he doesn't have a counter in the strategy pool at the moment in order to do that. So he can't build the PDS yet.
And I have the politics token. Which means that next turn I go first.
Oh, I hate it when you get first, because then I have to pick my card last. Alright, we'll give him a few more minutes and then we'll flip Imperial for him.
Yeah, we're definitely only going to get one turn done today. I turn into a pumpkin at 7.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think it's going to be a terribly long turn, but the sofa move is... Well, it's taken, I think, 15 minutes so far. Almost. So...
Well, to be fair to Phil, he did say that he was...
He did, yes. Yeah. And I just meant in terms of time, so yeah, it's eaten the session a little today. But we've got another turn tomorrow. I think we're all available tomorrow, aren't we?
Yes.
It's going to be riveting stream footage.
I'll take it you've paused the stream.
No, it's a live stream. You can't pause it. You can just start another one. So, no. It's not like, you know, a pre-recorded thing where you can edit it down and stuff. I mean, there's no way I'd bother editing this. I think it'll get a handful of views. We did have one viewer right from the start who has now left, though.
bloody surprised.
They survived quite a while of the AFK.
Mind you, there are people who stream role-playing games.
Yes, and as I've mentioned many times, I do actually do that myself. And every time I do, I lose subscribers, which is why I now have a live play channel, so I can do it on a different channel. They're not that popular with audiences, with the possible exception of what used to be called Brigade Con is now called Con+1. There's
shameless plug.
Sorry, Phil, welcome back. So, to let you know what happened, you lost 2 fighters, you destroyed 2 fighters and a carrier, and then Stuart managed to retreat. We've gone around the table. Jason has played the leadership card, but you didn't have anything to flip for it to make use of it, and it's now your turn.
I am sorry, he's a talker.
Ah.
Oh, is he gonna?
I'm not quite sure where from though, because you've got no carriers to move.
Yeah, that's true actually, you can't carry those.
Got to send one.
There's 2 on Mechatol Rex, but
you can't move them from Mechatol Rex, Phil.
that system's already activated.
Yeah, there we go. Right, I believe. Yeah, it's been one through. Yep,
There we
I'm
go.
gonna do the secondary.
What is the secondary on that? Let me have a look.
Secret objective.
Oh yeah, I want a secret objective.
Yeah, I want it, but I don't.
Lower strategy token, you get a secret objective, yeah?
Yeah, I just don't have enough strategy tokens for that right now. And welcome back to our stream, viewer.
Right, so whose go is it now?
Stuart.
Right, I'll flip politics. Can I have the speaker token, please?
Okay.
Does the speaker token have a lot of mass to it? Is it hard to move over and attach to a spring or something?
No, it's like when you're about to give something to somebody and then you retract it several times, like that.
Okay, let me know when you're finished with that.
What's the secondary on politics again?
You can draw an action. Sorry, you can draw 2 action cards if you spend a strategy token.
Yeah.
people with so many command tokens to spare. I don't understand how you've done. Well, I do. You took leadership, but aside from that, I don't understand. In my next move, I'm going to demonstrate a broken rule in the game. The disband deck is just there, just so you know, for the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's true Blue Peter style, Phil. I'm going to show you the rule that was made earlier and then possibly change it. Okay.
And I'm done.
Right. I'm going to activate Lodor. Now, this is the HMF Excelsior, and it has a gravity drive. This doesn't have a name. However, this is the HMF Magnificence, and it's going to go through a gravity rift and bring infantry with it.
Okay, that could go wrong.
It could, and here's the broken bit in the game. There's a 40% chance that infantry would have been on board that dreadnought when it blows up, but you only check capacity at the destination. Alright, I think it's 40%, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, oh no, it's a roll of 1 to 3, so 30%
30% chance of losing the ship.
Okay, here goes. Which dice is feeling lucky? There we go. And it's a cocked die. No, it's rolled to a 4. Yay, I survived. Yeah, I would have accepted a house ruling on that killed the infantry, but it is a little bit broken, I thought, because the thing is, the cruiser has the capacity, so it would have technically, under the rules, been fine, because I had the capacity. Anyway, Lodor's mine. Finally, a planet with some resources. Your turn, Jason.
Yes, I am thinking. Okay, I'm going to play an action card of Mining Initiative.
Mining
As
Initiative.
receiving trade goods equal to the resource value of one planet I control. So I'm gonna gain 4 from Zobat.
Just remember, Stuart, it's you who voted for Zobat.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a free tech for it.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, from the technology
The fact that I haven't played that card yet, I'm going to play it when he researches something really tasty.
Well, I was gonna say, I have researched like 2 things last go if you want either of those.
No. I'm waiting until you research something tasty.
I think it actually just triggers. I don't think...
No, it can be chosen.
Can it?
After the Jelnar player researches a technology that is not a faction technology, gain that technology, and then return the card.
Yeah. So that's why I thought it had already triggered, because he has researched technology that isn't a faction tech.
No, I choose when to play.
Fair enough. I am not
That's
the...
what I've always gone with, like with the last game, that's what we decided.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not the encyclopedia of rules for this game. I just reasonably know it. So that's your go, so it's Phil's.
Yeah.
Mechatol Rex to Phil. Yes, mate.
You can't move that carrier because it's in an activated system. You can't move from a system you've activated. What you want to do is do a produce action on the warfare secondary when that gets played. I've got warfare, so what you need to do actually, Phil, if you'll take my advice, if you use diplomacy you can refresh a couple of planets. That way you've got production capacity again. Then when I play warfare you can use the secondary. Oh wait, no, you haven't got a counter in your strategy pool. That won't work. Damn it. Probably about the only thing you can do is move this carrier, but not to anywhere useful. You could either move that, or you could refresh your planet so that you could do a production run. So if you refresh Star... hang on, what's your best system for manufacturing? Yeah, it'd be your home system. Yeah. So, as I was just describing, but unfortunately you won't be able to do it in the warfare secondary, you'd have to take a produce action.
So, just to double check with the warfare secondary ability, obviously spending a token from the strategy pool, but do you still have to spend resources or no?
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool.
So is that what Phil's done? Refreshed for production?
He has indeed. How do you mean have the ships, Phil?
You have to take a produce action next time it's your go.
Yeah, so production happens as a stage of activating a system. So if you activate a system with a space dock, you can produce in it. There's also a secondary action on the warfare card, but that requires a strategy token that you currently don't have. So which system are you nominating with diplomacy for us to not be able to move into? Because that's one of the effects, is you can nominate a system and everyone puts a counter from their reserves in. It has to be a system you control, that you can protect it for the remainder of the turn.
Not Mechatol Rex.
Not Mechatol Rex, but however, I'd strongly recommend New Albion and Starpoint because that's undefended at the moment.
And Jason could just move in.
Yeah. Yeah, he's confirmed that's the one, so we all got to play a spare command token from our reserves into that system.
Please can I not bother since I can't move?
Fair enough.
This one? This one?
Yeah, that's the one. I've done it anyway for you. It's the OCD, I just couldn't handle looking at it, Stuart. I couldn't.
Oh, okay.
It is now your go though, and diplomacy's flipped.
Okay, so I'm going to flip trade. Does anybody want to beg or plead with me in any sense?
Now, I have commodities, nobody's on a wormhole, so I can't trade with anyone, so nothing in it for me.
I am kind of in need of refreshing my commodities.
How about this then? If I refresh your commodities, I'll then give you 2 tokens in return for your 4.
Yeah, but I kind of need those as well.
That is a terrible deal.
It's okay. I'm offering you a terrible deal.
Yeah, I was thinking more like I will not become aggressive towards you.
Well, I know that anyway.
Okay, well in that case, no deal.
Okay, because I want your trade goods. So all right, I'll tell you what. I'll refresh yours, and I'll give you my 3 for your 4.
No, still need them.
You need the commodities.
Well, I need my trade goods as well.
Well, that's what I'm offering to give you is 3 trade goods.
Yeah, but I could do with some commodities as well. In case I need to trade further.
In case you need to trade with someone else. Okay, we can pay a strategy token for them. I don't mind.
No, I'm good for now.
No? Okay. Fair enough. And no commodities for the evil Sardak Nor. And Becky? Anything you want to offer for commodities?
I'm already full on commodities, so at this time I'm afraid that trade doesn't appeal.
Okay. My go's over.
However, in the future I might be able to do something with those commodities. That'd be awesome. Okay, I'm going to flip warfare.
Take the secondary.
Secondary is flipping a strategy token. You can take a production action on one star base or star dock in your home system. You still have to pay for it, and you're limited in production to that one planet's capacity plus the space dock on it. But yeah.
See these 5 trade goods I'm putting down?
Aye. More stuff for me to kill, I imagine, when I eventually arrive.
Well, actually, this is more stuff that's going to get hurled at Mechatorix to make Phil's life more painful.
Okay, I've done that bit.
Okay, I think that's all done then, so next person is Jason.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to use construction.
No! Can I... hang on before you do. Oh, wait, I think I've got my trade cards muddled up. I gave you the wrong one earlier. It's this political secret card because I'm blue, not black.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I pulled it from the wrong table. You don't want to delay that a turn to keep me happy, do you?
What are you offering?
I haven't actually got anything I can offer you, but I'll be happy.
Then why would I want to delay it? I've not got much of a pie slice to begin with.
Yeah, but it's construction. I mean, you know, I'm not saying to wait till next round. I just mean like the next time round the table.
I think it would be funnier to do it now. And the reason I say that is because Becky was so carefully screwing me over earlier.
No, I'm going to take it now.
Damn it.
Splendid.
Okay. Ah.
Ability, Biomister.
Yeah, done it. But it's the command token has to go on the system, doesn't it?
1 token from your strategy pool, and in any system you may put either 1 space dock or blah in there.
Yeah, that was the thing. It activated a system I wanted to move out from.
Well, there we go.
God damn it. Where did I put the token, though? I've spent... Oh, yeah. Bleh, bah humbug. So between me and the stream, I was actually fully intent on invading the Winu homeworld this turn with this force. The players have no idea I'm talking right now. This is between me and my viewers here, or my one viewer that's actively watching. So I was going to take Winu, but I absolutely have to build that space dock.
Invoking the standing rule that says I'm allowed to say, Phil, it's your go.
So yeah, I had to build it, but of course now that means I can't move my fleet. I wish I'd done warfare on a different round. Ah.
Oh, I keep forgetting about the solving tools.
Welcome back, Phil, and it's your go. What you can do that you haven't yet done, because you refreshed a couple of planets, you could activate your home system and then produce in it. That would give the ability to build up to 5 units, and a cost of 4. Just bear in mind though that you can only have 2 capital ships because of your fleet supply.
He's got 3.
No.
Yes, he has.
There's only 1 in there, babe. Oh, you mean a fleet supply of 3?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He's got 3 ships in his fleet.
Yes? Oh, okay. Yep, sorry, you could have 3 capital ships. Sorry,
There was 1 covered up by the other one.
fair enough. In that case, I made a mistake earlier. He could have moved that destroyer into Mechatol Rex and cleared out a load of fighters. That would have been a very different battle. But I could not see the icon. So far you've spent 2. You can make 2 more units and you can spend 2 more points. That's a PDS, you can't build those. You can only build those on construction phase, and also you can only ever have 2 in the system. Sorry, 2 on a planet. Okay, that's your maximum number of units, and yeah, that's 3 points spent and 5 units built, so that's good. Stuart?
Pass.
Okay, I'm going to activate a system. Because more planets must be mine. Over to you, babe.
Okay. Question. When talking about the definition of system, does that have to mean anywhere with a planet in it, or can it be any X?
As far as I understand it, a system is a tile.
It's literally a tile, okay.
I believe so.
Okay. That's quite interesting. That would be an interesting risk to take. Yeah, I'm tempted, okay. Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Oh, another battle!
I'm being beaten up here. This is not fair.
That's nothing.
Oh,
Babe, you don't have enough carrying capacity for everything you brought with you.
oh yeah, that's true. I've got a total of 2, haven't I? No, I've got 3, so I can just leave one behind. Okay.
And do your fighters? They're not self-sustaining. So.
Oh yeah, that's true, aren't they? Okay, all right. I'll leave the fighters behind then.
All right. So.
Hold on a sec. Sorry, there's the friggin' adjacent in the way, isn't it?
Oh, there is. Yeah.
I'm going to play an action card.
Bear with us because we're still doing the actual move. So you're over fleet supply at the moment.
Oh yeah, 4. Okay. Damn. All right. I probably should be a bit more sensible then, anyway, shouldn't I? Okay. I'll revert back to what I was before. So the carrier will stay there. Fight will stay there too. Yeah. And that goes there. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So that's not quite movement completed because PDS is also part of the movement. Is your action card related to the movement or the battle, Stuart?
After another player moves ships into a system during a tactical action.
Okay, so does that relate to the order flow with PDS? Let me just have a look. Movement. So space cannon offense is part of moving ships. Oh, looks like your card's been sabotaged anyway. So, next thing to happen is PDS's happen. So, starting to the right of the active player, Phil doesn't have any. Stuart, do your PDS have a range of 1 yet or not?
No.
Don't think they do. I don't have any. Jean-Nar, you have
Okay.
1, 2, 3 PDSs, and I believe tech that allows an additional dice as well.
Yes, that's correct. Yes. In that case,
And remember, your -1 does not apply on the PDS roll.
no. Are there any? Where are the rest of the dice apart from just those 3? Or do I have to re-roll them again? Oh,
There you go.
and what is that? Needed 3 or more or something?
No, it's the space cannon value, so 5 or more.
Okay, rolling.
That
2
is, yeah. 2 hits. Do you have the tech that means the graviton laser system?
I do not, however, oh, it just passed my scoring, never mind. No, I don't.
Alright, 2 hits to take, Stuart.
Again, I'm pointing at a thing.
You are, okay, hang on. Okay, 1 hit to take.
Okay.
Alright, now we get into a space combat anti-fighter barrage. Didn't see any destroyers. Nope, there are no destroyers. So, is anybody retreating?
Yep.
Hell no.
Bear in mind, if you retreat, Stuart, you can only retreat here. Do you have the fleet supply for those ships to survive?
Oh. No, I don't. Okay, they'll fight to the death.
Trapped. Okay. In that case, let's start with the aggressor. I'll just change the colour on this, and we'll start with your bigger ship and work our way down.
Okay, so we're on the Dreadnought first.
Aye, and your dreadnought has just the 1 dice.
Yep, and that's a hit.
Okay, then you've got 2 cruisers.
6. One hit.
Okay, and then you've got... Oh, that's it, in space.
Yeah.
Okay, so Stuart, let's have your cruiser.
Were you deducting your penalty of -1?
Oh, I forgot
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
that's the point.
The cruiser's fine, but I can't remember the dreadnought rolled 7, didn't it? If I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's fine.
Yeah, they're all fine.
Okay.
I beg your pardon, sorry.
Right, so what have I got to shoot? I've got
Cruiser first of all.
cruiser and 2 carriers. Oh, and a fighter. Right, so the cruiser is 7+. Carriers are 9+, and the fighter is 9+. Cruiser first then. So there's a hit.
That's a 10 though.
And then the 3... Yeah, 10's a hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then yeah, the
And
3
then-
9 or mores.
3, 9 or more, so I'll just roll these 3 dice together.
That's it. 2 and 1. So next thing to happen is assign retreat. Sorry, assign hits. So Stuart, you need to assign 2 hits. And Jason, you need to assign 1.
Yeah, my Dreadnought sustains damage.
Okay. Next round of combat. So
Do we first, or do we do the invasion next?
No, space combat completes, I believe, and then invasion happens.
Fair enough.
So, Dreadnought roll. Let's remember the -1. And it's,
Yes.
Ooh,
oh, miss with the -1.
do it.
You got Jalnard. And 2 cruisers.
One.
Is a 6 a hit?
Yes, on the cruiser 2. He's got tech.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
And then in defence, there's a cruiser and a fighter.
So the cruiser needs a 7+.
Oh!
And the fighter needs a 9+. So that's not quite a hit.
That's 1 hit to assign each.
I'll lose my fighter.
Yep. I'm sure I had something that allowed me to do like a one-off thing, but maybe I spent it. No, I think I'm getting mixed up with something else. Alright.
That infantryman was in space. Is he dead?
He will be at the end of the combat, ironically enough.
I'll get rid of one of my cruisers.
One of the weird rules is you don't check capacity during the combat, but that means, you know, the fighters have launched and don't need to land type thing. I don't think they anticipated it with ground forces. Right, next round of combat. So, Dreadnought first.
Where's your silent hits then, Stuart?
He took it on the
I
fighter.
took a fighter off.
Oh, right. Okay, so Dreadnought. Oh, yeah.
Unless you've got action cards, not a lot of point rolling for that cruiser. And Stuart, the cruiser's last hurrah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to do it. It's going to do its last little action, and it's a 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So cruiser's down, and there's the other one.
Okay.
Right, now we have a ground invasion. So the first thing to happen, I think, is a bombardment, and dreadnoughts have bombardment ability. Your -1 does not apply in bombardment, and you need a 5 or more.
Okay. No!
Okay, it goes to a fight.
But hey, I've got guns.
So committed to ground forces, there's no space cannon on the planet, so ground combat.
Well, I was going to distribute them to both, but somebody moved them all to one planet.
Oh! Okay, by all means move it across. Okay, believe it or not, that's another bombardment roll for the other one. So for this planet.
Yep.
Oh, my poor little.
So Bereg is now property of Jolnar. And then we've got to dice up these infantry. I think it's infantry 8 or more,
Yes.
and presumably for the Jolnar 9 or more. So
Yep.
let's have it. And again, just keep going.
Oh, that's a hit.
There's both planets to the Jolnar.
So it leaves me after that end of that with my home system.
Yeah, and if and if the sad part is, if Jason hadn't insisted on playing construction when he did, I would have had that. Because that's why I wanted
What's this?
to be
Eliminate
vicious.
Stuart.
Apparently so. We all made plans to hit you.
Well, you've got to kind of expect it when you take Mechatol Rex in turn 1.
Yeah, I've never seen a player get in a 4-player. Well, I've only played 3 games, but I've never seen like everyone turn on the leader after turn 1 quite that viciously. Although, in my defence, I didn't actually do it, but I was intending to. Still, you're not out for the count yet. Did Phil pass? I can't remember.
No, he built.
No.
Ah, right. It's now Phil's go.
See a little animating hand.
Am I right, sorry, that the systems with like the red icons are hazardous planets?
They are indeed.
You passing them, Phil?
Yeah, I don't see anything constructive you can do. The only thing you can do is move this carrier. But I don't know if there's anywhere constructive it can go. So, yeah. Stuart's go.
I've already passed.
Oh, right, my go. I don't see the point of building... oh, hang on. I think I've... Yeah, I just need to put a command token on that. Hang on. Sorry, I mean owner token. I didn't leave him behind when I moved off. Crap, Growland Centauri, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't see how to capture them this go because I didn't have enough command tokens. I think I'm actually going to end the turn with spare command tokens. I am going to pass. It's just you now, babe.
Leaves us with Jason.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna build myself a cruiser because I can. That is not a cruiser.
And it's now your go again.
I know. I don't think there's anything else I want to do. I'll pass.
Okay, time to claim those public objectives.
Yeah.
I scored my first point at last.
Yay, well done.
Going for that diplomatic win. Okay. And then the speaker needs to reveal a new objective. I'm just going to pop AFK a moment. I need the bathroom.
I am the speaker.
Oh wait, that's cool. Oh, it's snowing again.
And I'm back. Okay, control 4 planets that each have the same planet trait. I was just reading the new public objective. I need to conquer something else.
Trait.
Yeah.
So as in like
Hazardous.
Okay.
Oh, I see who's going to get attacked next turn. And by whom, and it's not me. Right. Have you been carrying on with status or...
No.
Right, so draw action cards is next.
I get 2 because of my technology.
When? Oh, right, never mind, don't worry.
Okay, and then it's remove the command tokens from the board. Then it's gain 2 command tokens and redistribute to your heart's content.
Blue hand hovering over me.
Sorry, I was looking elsewhere on the screen. Just moved the hand out of the way. Right, Phil, you get to put these 2 back on to your board wherever you want them. After that, we flip our planets back over.
Or planet in my case.
I think I just need to finish you off now. Repair units is not something that normally comes up, but that dreadnought can flip back over. And last is return the strategy cards. Who's covered it in dice?
Oh shit, sorry. I forgot they had to go back there. It's because they were like by my planets and stuff.
time to go strategy phase.
What about XRX? The meeting, the summit.
There's an agenda phase.
That's what I meant in my head when I said the wrong word.
Okay.
Who is the speaker? I believe it's Stuart.
Yeah, it is Stuart.
So what do I do?
You draw an agenda card. Yep.
Okay, so on the table is anti-intellectual revolution. 4. After a player researches a technology, he must destroy one non-fighter ship. Against, at the start of the next strategy phase, each player chooses and exhausts one planet for each technology he owns.
You can't. You can't. I'm not starting with 6 exhausted planets. I just got some decent planets.
So that'll be Becky voting 4, I would think.
But I've got a couple of ships I can blow up, but I'm going to have to start manufacturing destroyers just to destroy them. I suppose that does fit the name, so okay.
Okay, so I'm going to make things a bit more interesting. I'm going to play a rider.
Oh, God.
I'm going to predict 4.
Rider is, if your prediction is correct, you get a free dreadnought.
Okay, and are you playing the political card on me to stop me from voting?
No.
Okay. I get the first vote. Thing is, I could see the Sardak Nor going against on this one. Because they're low on tech. So, how many votes does the Sardak Nor have? One, 2, 3, 9. Cock. I hate you guys. Why am I before the Sardak Nor in the voting? You've got no tech either, so 13. So I have to single-handedly, thanks for this Jason, single-handedly get more than 13 votes.
And then give Jason a free dreadnought.
Yeah, that's not relevant, frankly. I have 6 technologies, screw you guys. I'd rather we have to destroy dreadnoughts every time we learn something new, because then I stay within a technological lead. So where was it? 9, 13 I've got to beat. 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14.
14 votes against?
4.
14 votes for. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up is Jason.
Well,
You can't vote.
I've got a Warfare Rider.
Sardak Nor.
Next up is
14 votes for, none against.
Was that a pass, Phil? Yep, it's a pass.
Yeah.
And pass from me, so the motion
carried.
carries. And next up, we have wormhole reconstruction.
You did get your rider there, babe, so you got a dreadnought.
Yeah, now.
4. All systems that contain either an alpha or beta wormhole are adjacent to each other. Against. Each player places a command token from his reinforcements in each system that contains a wormhole and one or more ships.
Okay, well, I'm just going to vote 4 with my one remaining vote.
You have a view, Jason, on paralysing Becky for another go?
Can you just remove your hand a sec so I can move you against?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I will use my political promissory note. This is a political secret.
Oh, to stop me from voting?
Yep.
You're only cancelling one vote with that card, yeah? You could just outvote Becky with your votes and not use your card if you chose.
Well, yeah, that's true, yeah. Okay, never mind, don't worry, I'll just vote myself then.
So you're going to vote against with how many votes?
I'm thinking God.
Babe, is there any reason to vote against for you? I mean, you're just making an enemy of the barony of Latnev.
You're already an enemy.
No. Not an enemy, you're neutral at the
Hold on,
moment.
let me just see how much does law benefit me anyway without influence from you guys.
It brings that system into play. What it really does is it delays my arrival by a turn.
Okay,
Also
so
profoundly changes the board because it gives another route to your home system that isn't via Mechatol Rex. Basically it puts my home system next to yours
I don't understand how it does that.
because all the wormholes are next to each other.
Yeah,
That wormhole is next to that wormhole.
it already is.
yeah. But presumably that one is next to that one, etc.
Yeah, it links the A and B wormholes. That's what it does.
Yeah. I voted 4 votes for.
Okay, so that's 5 votes for. Bear in mind, this is the last agenda, so you may as well put all your votes on it. Because there's no more agenda voting after this.
6, 8, 10, 12, 15.
Did you add one for that card?
I did.
Okay. So 15 plus my vote, 16. Sardek Nor, what is your vote?
He's just typed all votes for.
Ah, sweet. Well, Stuart's one remaining planet isn't going to get that voting against.
Nope. So all systems that contain either an alpha or beta wormhole are next to each other.
They are indeed.
Okay.
Well, that was lucky. I thought I was going to have to pimp myself out there. Alright, that is the end of the turn. I've just saved it. The safest thing to do, by the way, with those players who have cards in their hand is to flip them face down and then place them on your sheet or something, because cards in hand tend to have a habit of going everywhere when I do the load game.
Okay.
How do I place my cards down? Just select them all and just put them on the...
Yeah, just drag them away from your hand area. So, like, down here or something.
Then we just exhaust the planets now, don't we?
Yeah, unexhaust planets.
Where are my planets? Well,
Oh, I'm so sorry, I had them selected as I was flipping my planets back.
Numpty.
I'm having enormous trouble grabbing them out
Okay.
of my hand.
Can you get them face down, and then I can do it?
Yep. They're face down.
Oh, god damn it. There you go, I've turned them into a stack. Ah, that area there is kind of your hand area, so that's why putting them there, there are certain parts of the area that will then drop it back into your hand, like that.
Oh, right.
That's what I was saying, just chuck it down here or something.
Okay.
Okay, I am gonna resave the game now.
Cool. I have a cunning plan.
Alright then, see you all next time.
Yeah, so tomorrow, I guess, well, it's usually about 7:30, 8 o'clock by the time we're ready to play, is usually 8ish, so, is that
Thank you
okay
all
for
for being
everyone
so
else?
nice to me, let's go.
Oh, you're very welcome. So, you know, as the one person who hasn't attacked you, brackets yet, brackets,
You
oh,
spent
hang
most
on.
of the game encouraging people to beat me up.
Bear with me, bear with me. There is something I should do during the status phase, actually. Hang on. I do actually need to pay for the invasion of Mechatol Rex as agreed, and you can do that during the status phase. I think that's what I agreed, so there you go. That's apparently the cost of Mechatol Rex. Yes!
Okay. Right, see you all next time.
Jason joining in was just a free bonus. Yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.